Imagine this. You walk into your neighborhood grocery store, grab a cart, and start filling it with the basics: bread, milk, eggs, fresh vegetables. But as you approach the checkout counter, your stomach sinks. The total is higher than last week. And it's not just a few cents, it's several dollars more for the same items. Now imagine going home, opening your mailbox, and finding another Medicare statement, this one with higher costs than before. For millions of Americans, this is no longer imagination. This is reality. And the reason? New U.S. tariffs are quietly pushing grocery prices up, while Medicare, the program millions of seniors depend on, is being stretched thinner and thinner. Let's break this down. Tariffs are taxes placed on imported goods. They're often framed as tools to protect American industries and bring revenue into the government. But here's the truth. Those costs rarely stop at the border. They land right in your shopping cart. When tariffs increase, importers raise their prices. Wholesalers pass that increase along to retailers. And by the time it reaches you, the consumer, the loaf of bread or carton of eggs costs more than ever before. Now, the latest round of tariffs is hitting some of the most basic essentials, food and household goods. Families are already struggling to keep up with inflation, and this adds even more pressure. Think about it. Every dollar you spend extra at the grocery store is a dollar you don't have for gas, for your child's school supplies, or for medical needs. And here's where it gets worse. Medicare, the backbone of health care for older Americans, is under incredible strain. Premiums, deductibles, and out-of-pocket costs are rising year after year. Seniors who should be enjoying their retirement are finding themselves forced to make heartbreaking choices. Groceries or prescriptions? Doctor visits or utility bills? For those living on fixed Social Security incomes, the squeeze is unbearable. The irony is painful. On one hand, government policies are raising tariffs that directly inflate the cost of living. On the other, the same government system, Medicare, is demanding more from seniors who can least afford it. It's like being caught in a vice grip, where no matter which way you turn, the pressure grows stronger. Let's put this into a real-world example. Meet Linda, a 72-year-old retiree living in Ohio. Linda lives modestly on her Social Security check and a small pension. A year ago, her grocery bill for a week's worth of food was around $90. Now, because of tariffs and rising supply costs, that same basket is closer to $110. At the same time, her Medicare Part B premiums have risen and her prescription costs are climbing too. She told reporters she sometimes skips meals so she can afford her heart medication. Linda isn't alone. She represents millions of Americans stuck in this same impossible situation. Supporters of tariffs argue that they protect American jobs. They say these taxes on imports keep foreign products from undercutting U.S.-made goods. And yes, there's truth to that in some industries. But here's the flip side. In the short term, it's the consumer who pays the price. When everyday groceries go up in cost, the working class and retirees feel it immediately. And when Medicare can't stretch enough to cover the rising costs of health care, it adds another burden to households already hanging by a thread. So why is Medicare struggling so much? It comes down to a perfect storm. The American population is aging. More people are entering Medicare every year. At the same time, healthcare technology is advancing, but with higher costs. New treatments, advanced drugs, specialized care, all of it drives expenses higher. Medicare, while designed as a safety net, was never built to handle this kind of long-term financial strain without reforms. Add rising tariffs into the mix, and you have Americans being squeezed on two fronts: higher daily living costs and higher medical costs. Think about a middle-class family of four. Mom and dad are working hard, but every paycheck is stretched thin. Groceries eat up a bigger chunk each month. Their aging parents are on Medicare, but out-of-pocket costs mean mom and dad have to help cover medical bills too. Instead of saving for their children's college, they're helping pay for prescriptions. This isn't just an economic problem, it's a generational problem. Critics are sounding the alarm, saying that the country cannot continue on this path without serious reforms. Some are calling for targeted tariff relief on essential goods like food and medicine. Others argue Medicare needs expanded negotiating power to bring down drug prices and better control spending. But while Washington debates, the grocery lines grow longer, the bills get higher, and the American people keep waiting. And here's something most people don't realize. Once tariffs are in place, they are rarely temporary. Even when trade negotiations shift, it can take months or years before prices stabilize. In the meantime, families adjust by cutting corners, buying less, or sacrificing other essentials. For seniors, that sacrifice often means health care. They skip doctor visits, they cut pills in half, or they put off procedures they desperately need. That's not just dangerous, it's deadly. The bigger picture is clear. America's working families and retirees are being squeezed harder than ever. Tariffs that raise grocery costs on one side, Medicare costs rising on the other, and no clear relief in sight. It's a cycle that can't continue without consequences. If policymakers don't act soon, the gap between promises and reality will grow wider, and the most vulnerable, our seniors, our low-income families, our future retirees, will pay the steepest price. So, what can be done? First, transparency. Americans deserve to know the true cost of tariffs and how they affect their everyday lives. Second, reforms that allow Medicare to better negotiate prices and ease financial pressure on beneficiaries. And third, a balanced approach that protects American workers without crushing American consumers. This isn't about politics, it's about survival. Imagine a future where grocery prices are stable, where seniors don't have to choose between food and medicine, and where Medicare truly protects instead of stretches thin. That future is possible, but only if action is taken now. So here's the takeaway. Every tariff decision in Washington, every Medicare adjustment isn't just a policy. It's your dinner table, it's your doctor's bill, it's your family's future. Thank you for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Because staying informed is the first step to staying prepared. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and remember, your voice matters in shaping the policies that shape your life.